We are live here today at Meetings with Masters with a beautiful soul. Gosh, I'm just so blessed and honored that I get to meet such amazing people on this Meetings with Masters. And tonight we have Jackie Carroll. Jackie, welcome, welcome. I am so excited for what you're doing in the world. She's the founder and creative mind behind Genie in a Headset, a mental well-being platform that provides meditation environments and visualization experiences to manage stress and promote personal growth. And I'm going to let you tell us all about the rest because it's so good what you're doing. It's so needed. And I want to hear, I want to hear about that. And I really want to hear, about where it came from for you and about your life story. So I'll let you begin where you would like to begin, because I know that our viewers definitely need to hear about what you're doing in the world. So I'm excited to be here with you.
Well, Gina, first I want to say thank you very much for having me. Like, I absolutely love connecting with you. And I think the first time when we did connect, it was like two old souls. I just really felt like that. So thank you so much for having me on and, allowing me to share, because I suppose Genie in a Headset and my mission is really just wanting to help as many people as possible. So it's great to be on a platform where I can share and hopefully, help people and inspire people in that. So I suppose a little bit about Genie in a Headset, and then we can go on to the backstory. And if you've got any questions, you can, just shoot over. But yeah, Genie in a Headset, it's a virtual reality, or it's a well-being platform that it provides virtual reality meditation environments and visualization experiences. And it really is to help people manage stress and really to help them be the best versions of themselves. I'm very passionate about creating, happiness for people. And I think one of the sayings that I've always loved to have, and this, I suppose we can talk about why Genie in a Headset and where the story came from, is that, if you've got a dream in your head and hope in your heart and a smile on your face, well, you've got a lot more than most, because you can't take that away from anyone. You can't take the dreams away. You can't take that hope. And I think it's when the hope goes that people lose the happiness. And I want people falling in love with life. I truly do, because it's such an amazing journey that we all have. And we're so blessed to have different levels of just uniqueness and just, infinite possibilities buried deep within us. And a lot of people just don't have that self-belief and bring that out. So if Genie in a Headset can do that for people, then I've done my bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely amazing. And it's that self-belief that, is where we get lost. Where people, so tell me, did you always have that belief in yourself and what you wanted to do? Tell me where that came from for you, that you felt this calling on your heart, because I know, I know it comes from somewhere.
Yeah. I suppose like my journey began really when my mom passed. She passed of ovarian cancer many years ago. So I think it was 1998 when she passed, and I was 19, just 19 turning 20. And it was a week before my 20th birthday that she passed. And from the day she was diagnosed to the day she died was just a little over a month. So it was really fast, really, really fast. And it was really sad, because my mom was such a beautiful soul. She was like what I call a honeypot, that bees would always love to fly to the honeypot. And she just made people feel so amazing. She was just one of those, agony aunts that you could just sit down with and just have a great chat. And, you just loved being in her space. She really felt, she made people leave with a feeling of abundance, leave with a feeling of increase. And she had that amazing gift. And it was so sad because, and this is, I suppose, why my mission is I'm so passionate about it, because I saw my mom die with no hope. I saw her, not have that dream, and I wonder if it's almost as if she gave up. And I don't think anyone should ever die like that, ever. And that's why I'm so passionate about people truly just really understanding how beautiful they are and how important life is for each and every one of us, and that we really do have something important to share in the world. And I don't want anybody to ever feel that they don't have that dream, and I don't want people giving up on hope. And I suppose, I I didn't really, I grieve my mom quite a bit and I still miss her every single day, but I almost feel like she's an angel watching over me. And she's, if when people can find, their path, and if Genie in a Headset can inspire them, well, I mean, her spirit will live on forever, because, it's through that we can pass on and create so many amazing things in life. But I suppose the idea came from, with Genie in a Headset, and where it was all stemmed from. Like, I mean, she's driving it, but it was through my own personal my own self-development and personal growth journey that, I struggled with visualization and visualizing myself attaining a big goal, or even meditation, just quietening those negative thoughts, because I didn't have good self-belief and I had very, bad self-confidence. And I didn't realize that. And it was amazing, the journey that I went on to get Genie in a Headset and the idea for Genie in a Headset. Sorry, I hope I'm next to an airport, so if you could hear that, it's
You're good. I can hear it just a little bit. You're
Okay,
still great.
fine.
You're great. Yeah, no, that's okay.
So yeah, it was so beautiful, because, going on the self-development and understanding, what it takes, and really understanding the power of virtual reality, and how virtual reality is a tool that we can step into our visualizations and actually see it. And we can step into different meditation environments, and just, we're teaching people how to use open eye meditation, because a lot of people struggle with meditation where they would fall asleep and they don't feel that they're getting deep into meditation. And of course, you can do sleep meditation, but for people who are starting out and really want to go into a deeper form of meditation, open eye meditation is one of the things that we do in Genie in a Headset, and that you can do in your visualization or in their meditation environments. So it's very different to what is out there, but it's so beautiful and unique because it's so real. Like, if anyone's ever experienced virtual reality, it's mind blowing how much your mind actually thinks it's real where you are, Yeah.
That's phenomenal. I mean, all I'm thinking of as you're saying it is, I mean, I've seen I've done the, years ago with my son when he was little, virtual reality little thing, but what I think of is there's a ride called Soarin' at Disney World, which I don't know how many people that are watching may have been to Disney World, but and I don't know if you've ever seen it, but you're in you're riding in the vision of all these amazing places. And I just love that ride so much because of it. It just gives you such a big dream and these feelings of, and it evokes emotions of like peace and, gratitude and love for what you're seeing in nature and God, and it just joy and thrills, and it takes you on rides, and I can only imagine what that would be like with so in a sense that's what you're saying, but then you also have the audio that is meditation, that is the sound that's making the brain what is it doing? The sound.
So the meditation environments, people can choose from the different meditations. So if they want to do guided meditation, if they just want to have the beautiful meditation music, if they want to do, depending on, what sound they want to go into, they can pick their soundtracks. Or if they just, we have an environment where you would just step into, it's almost like being at a lake, and you can just watch ducks and swans, and you just listen to the the lake lapping on the side, and the water sounds and the nature sounds. So if you just wanted to go into an environment where you just want to be present and be in the present moment, it's so amazing for that as well. So you could really choose. And then obviously the visualization experiences is if you want to step into the feeling of abundance. We have this amazing Vegas trip that people can go on, or you can go skiing, and it's just so awesome because you can literally step into a different person's shoes, like the person you want to be. You're like, oh my goodness, I want to go to Vegas. Thank you very much.
Let the money flow. Let all the winning flow down on me. Oh, exactly. That is amazing because I know in my journey, and I think obviously you do too, in the work that I've been doing, is to use visualization and meditation to really make the impact and really have that kind of gratitude of the abundance that is out there for all of us. It matters. It truly matters, and believing it, right? Going back to that self-belief.
Yes.
It really makes the impact, because so many times, you just go, oh yeah, okay, I could do affirmations and whatever, but it's like the emotion that you feel in the space of it is a totally different.
Yeah. It's huge. One of the things, Gina, that we discovered when we were doing a lot of research with the guys and stuff, and we were saying, why is it that people struggle with visualization? Because that was me, and this is where I came up with the idea for Genie in a Headset, and I suppose the why, behind it, and it was like the struggle to visualize, to really see myself attaining a specific goal or reaching a certain point. And it only hit me when we were doing the research and people were saying, well, I don't really believe that I can get that. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. So it truly is self-belief, because if you don't believe that you are worthy of that particular goal, or you don't believe that you can attain something, or you can be abundantly wealthy, or whatever it is you want, have that amazing career, of course you can't visualize yourself doing it because the belief isn't there. So it's once you connect that belief, that feeling, it gives you that burning desire. And once you have that burning desire, we're sure you're going to crawl over broken glass to make sure it happens. It sounds really graphic, but it's exactly what you will do. You will move mountains to get your goal. And that's where persistence comes in as well. Persistence is massive, but you've got to have the burning desire. Otherwise you give up.
Right. And it usually takes... it usually takes some life challenge to where you really have that burning desire enough to step over the glass, right? Enough to have all the leverage to make you want to change everything, right? Because I imagine when you were 19 and your mom died, and she died so quickly, and you must have felt lost and broken, and it wasn't overnight that you decided you were going to make people's lives change, right? Because the part of what I want, the viewers to hear too, is the stories of overcoming and the meetings. Like we're talking to you because you're a master of personal growth and development, and you've mastered the pain, and although it still comes, you have the tools to rise above and to elevate yourself out of any painful or challenging times. And I'm sure starting a business is challenging, and how challenging it was for you to be 19 years old and your mom gone within a month. So share, if you would, a little bit about that where you felt, that light that you had to follow, where you were in this dark path, but there was something calling you out to follow your path, and where you eventually said, I am going to do this. I'm going to make this happen, because I know that was a big moment there for you.
Yeah. I think when my mom, exactly like what you said, there was many years there where you kind of, that there's something really special inside. I think, you kind of have that feeling that you want to make your life a success. And when my mom passed, it was very much that I wasn't sure how it was going to happen or what I was going to do. Or how I was going to be able to help people or anything like that. And I went into film. So I have a background of film, and I've been in corporate and stuff like that as well. And I've had a couple of businesses. And I was saying to you that I've had some amazing successes and some unbelievable failures as well. But I think you've got to fail your way to the top. You can't just, if you're an overnight success, and let me tell you something, an overnight success is 10 years. Any company that is called an overnight success is 10 years in the making. So that's an overnight success. But I'm just, I think you really have to go through all of those trials and tribulations. And it was me constantly, having some successes and then having some failures and having some successes and just not quite reaching my full potential. And I knew that. And I was like, what is going on here? I'm seeing all these amazing people and I'm seeing all the success around me. Why am I not getting that success? Because I know that, sure, well, everybody, we're all like human essentially, and we can all be special in our own way. We're born with different talents and different abilities and stuff. So why can they be successful and me not? Like, what is going on? And that's when I really started reaching out for, personal development mentors and coaches. And I was like, something has got to change. And it was only when I started doing a personal development course, and I did it twice, because the first time around I started seeing some amazing results. But Gina, this was the huge thing. It was the confidence. And that was because, again, I would, and also that, the negative talk that sits in your brain and all these little bad habits that kind of keep you stuck. That's what was happening. I was having these really old paradigms and old habits and behaviors that were sabotaging my success. But I didn't realize that because the awareness just wasn't there. So it was through finding mentors and through finding, coaches and that And the one coach that guided me was Eva Pierchuk, and she was absolutely instrumental in putting that light switch on. I did do a course in my early 20s in South Africa, where I'm from originally, but living in Ireland now. And that was called The Turning Point. And that was a light bulb moment as well, because it truly was a turning point in terms of, are you going to go this way or are you going to go that way? And it was after going on these self-development journeys that, it was overcoming the doubt, the negative self-talk, really understanding, that if you've got confidence and you've got self-belief, for sure you can attain almost anything, So I just think that it was that. And people think that you've just got to be successful in anything. You don't. It's a journey. It's an absolute journey. And I think, I always believe that everything happens for a very specific reason, and you can never connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect the dots looking back, and I think it's so beautiful, because when you see how the dots connect, and the journey that I had to go on, and the pain that I had to go through, and like the money I had to lose, and the businesses I had to fail at, it's like, oh wow, okay, I now know.
Yeah, it's really true. That's how my book starts, by the way. I can look back at my life and see how all the dots connect, right? Because it's true. When you really take the time to look back, you can go, wow, that crappy thing happened for this reason, and that crappy thing, it's like it all does happen for a reason. It leads us to where we are today. And then it's you come to a point in your life where you have to have this belief in yourself in order to really elevate where you are and who you want to be. And and I know that when you had that moment and you decided to do this, you're inventing something amazing. So what if there's some, potential inventor out there, what do you say? How do you tell them to move forward through that time of I can't do something like that. There's no way that's where do I start? Right? Where did you start? Because that's empowering for people to hear.
Yeah, well, I suppose it was mad, because when I got the idea, I was sitting, so because I was struggling with visualization and meditation and all the rest of it, and I was like, flipping heck, I know that there's a true skill to this. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And it was purely because I was sitting on the couch and I was like, right, okay, we'll watch some, my husband loves the news and he flicks through all the channels, and I could actually throw the remote at him. But anyway, he's fine. It was thank goodness he was flicking through the channels. And he landed on one of the news channels. And at that particular point, Facebook had just bought Oculus, and they were talking about the rebirth of virtual reality and how it was going to be the next big thing. And literally the idea, it was like a lightning bolt shot into my head, and I was like, that's it, flipping heck, if we can step into our visions and we can do this, well, flipping heck, this is it. And I had to write it down, but it was mad because everyone was saying to me, well, are you a virtual reality developer? And I'm like, no. And they were like, well, how are you going to make this happen? Like, the amount of people that were saying to me, are you crazy? Like, you don't know anything about technology. What is going on here? And I'm like, I don't know how it's going to happen. But you see, that's the beautiful thing, Gina, is that you don't need to know the how. The how will be presented to you. If you have this amazing idea, you just have to believe that somehow you will absolutely make it happen. And the people who are right, that will help you build your empire, will come. The people will come, and they literally, that's what started happening. I started networking and meeting with people and finding these amazing developers and finding these beautiful business mentors. And that's how the journey began. And it was a massive learning curve. And I think it was probably the best university degree I've ever had in my life, through pure experience. But that's all. And literally now it's 2 years in the making. We have, like Genie in a Headset prototype, we're talking to investors. It's gone from strength to strength to strength. And I've learned so much. So anybody who has an idea that wants to build a beautiful product or wants to build a very successful business, don't worry about the how, because people get so, stuck on that. It's just like, let me have this idea and let me tell people about my idea and let's see who can help me, because that's exactly how it works. They say it takes a village, right? It takes a village.
Yeah, it does indeed, for sure. And it's about those connections that you make, and then you can build ecosystems and create partnerships or collaborations, and have that person might say, I know somebody, you know, or I know somebody, and it really, like, look at you. Like, that's really inspiring to me because, you know, how many people think about ideas? I mean, truly, I have a girlfriend, like one of my best friends. That girl has had ideas since grammar, like since, well, freshman year of high school, since I met her. Like, ideas all the time, but never, it's like never, you know, actually manifesting the ideas and the people and the connections. And I'm like, my gosh, imagine where you'd be if you were able to, you know, connect with the right people and make it. But you knew you were meant to do it. You knew you were meant to make this happen. And it's really powerful. It's something different that, you know, there's a million different meditation programs and apps and whatnot, right? And I know, was it you or somebody in one of our group calls we had the other day that was saying, like, one of the timer app or one of the meditation apps, I can't remember which one, is, you know, it's insane how much money they're making. And it's just another meditation app.
Yeah.
Right? Did you say that?
Calm, yeah. So I was
Calm,
saying that calm is mad. Like they went unicorn status. So it's really funny, and I'll say this because I think it's quite funny to laugh at. When people, you know, we've got this thing in South Africa. We always say to people, so, you know, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I'm like, well, I want to be a unicorn. And everyone's like, what? And I'm like, okay, well, for those who don't know, in the tech space or when you're building companies and that, if you hit unicorn status, your company is worth $1 billion. So that's the value of the business. So, you know, and unicorns, it's a rare, you know, like obviously there are a lot of there's a handful of tech companies who have hit unicorn status, who are changing the world, you know, with their products and their software and that. But you want to be a part of this, you know, this unique kind of group, because it means, you know, if your company's worth $1 billion, well, then sure, your product is really making a difference, you know.
Absolutely.
So that's why, like, I always have to laugh. So my friends and some of my girlfriends and stuff, like, they always buy me these little unicorn trinkets and stuff. So literally everyone thinks I'm like, I'm so in touch with my inner child because I have unicorn stuff everywhere. But
I love it.
It's the symbol of it, right?
Symbol.
And it's just, but Calm did that. So they were the first meditation app on the market to actually hit unicorn status last year. So it just shows you, like, you know, there is an absolute need becoming more aware of how important meditation is, how good it is for the soul, how good it is for our mental well-being. It centers us, it refocuses us. And obviously it helps, you know, manage our stress levels, anxiety, and especially now, you know, that we've got this global pandemic with COVID-19. It's huge. So like it's really, really important. And if we can really help people manage that and help people see their mental well-being in a holistic viewpoint with Genie in a headset, well, that's beautiful. But it just shows. And to me, when I see those guys doing so well, it's affirmation. It's confirmation, should I say, enough for me to say we're on the right track. Because if they're doing really well, there's an absolute need for this, which means we can help more people, you know?
Absolutely. And honestly, I mean, for anybody that is watching, I would love you to share this because this information is so important. Like, really, when people get this opportunity to have what you're creating, especially those, I mean, how many people say, like, I don't have time to, you know, close my eyes or I can't get into the zone if I just close my eyes and meditate, or I can't stop thinking of other things. But when you have that visualization along with the sound, I just think that's really I am so excited for what you're doing because it's gonna change things all over. And so, are you connecting? Let's talk about the kind of people how it's going to work. Are you going to roll it out as like a device people can buy, or is it going to come to doctors, or do you know yet? And how might anybody watching, you know, learn more? And if there's investors, like, please, if you know somebody out there this is going to be a game changer. This is going to be a unicorn company. It's going to happen. So if someone watching is wanting to invest, you know, reach out to us. If someone out there, like maybe doctors, are you going to bring it into like specific doctors, or what do you think, Jackie? Tell me a little more about that.
Gina, what we're going to do is we're calling it, you know, B2B2C. So we're going to go, you know, we're going to license it to businesses, corporate. We want to because we find that the corporate wellness is so important, that big corporations need to take their employees into consideration and their mental well-being. So we're going to be offering to license Genie in a headset to them as a full package, but to consumers as well. So if consumers want if they want want the genie in a headset meditation, if they want the visualization, we'll have the VR headsets as well. And we're going to be able to connect to, you know, the heart rate monitors. So people would be able to actually see what their stress levels are like, what their heart rate is, how well they're doing with their meditation. And we'd be able to then down the line give them recommendations on different meditations to do depending on where they're at and how they're rating, you know, what their mood is like. And if they're wanting to do the different visualization experiences and stuff, people will be able to actually create their different visualization experiences by taking different assets from the library. So it's almost like creating a vision board and being able to step into it and live in your vision board essentially. So that's kind of that's going to be it.
Live vision board, live visioning. I mean, I'm just thinking also about sports, like sports teams and sports stars use visualization all the time.
100%.
This is going to be phenomenal for them, right?
Yeah. So like we are willing, like obviously, you know, because I'm well connected into the personal development field, and we've been working with a lot of coaches in the personal development industry. Like, we're working with the coaches because they know, you know, their clients and that quite a lot. So yeah, personally working with the coaches, working with the consumers and that as well. But yeah, you're quite right, because there were two high performance coaches that were saying, this is amazing. I think one of them trains track athletes, and they were saying they use visualization to actually, you know, get them to visualize that race before they go on, and to see themselves coming first, and to see themselves doing the fastest race that they can possibly do. And it's amazing because they were saying that one of the things that they did is they actually put the electric nodes and stuff on the athlete's muscles, and the muscles were actually firing up through the visualization as if the body was running. So it just shows you how powerful the mind truly is. Powerful. But I mean, you think about it, right? If you have a dog or a cat and you're watching them sleep and you see them going woof, 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 while they're sleeping and their legs are going, they're visualizing, they're chasing something in their dreams. But that's what we do, and that's how powerful the mind is. So yes, virtual reality has this. Oh, it's got so much potential to it. Like, I'm just so excited. And if people haven't experienced virtual reality, their minds are going to be blown because it's so real.
Oh my God. I cannot wait. I am so excited for what you're doing in the world, and for being able to be connected with you. And is there anything you want to share about where people can find you? I mean, I'll put everything in the comments. This morning I put your website, but is there, other ways people can connect with you? And I'll put it in now.
So it's social media. Obviously, if people want to connect with, we've got our Instagram account with the handle is @Genie in a Headset. Or they can connect via the website as well. Like, we've got all of our details. And if people want to send an email, they can email me at info@GIA International. That's GIAH international.com. But yeah, otherwise reach out on social media, Instagram, Twitter.
info@GIAH.com.
International.com. So it's G for Genie, I in a headset. So GIAH international.com. Yeah, that's a mouthful.
Perfect. No, it's I get it. It's Genie in a headset.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. So I think that I'm excited to know you. I'm excited for what you're doing in the world, Jackie. And I hope that anybody watching, you'll share this. If you know investors that want to get in on a company that is going unicorn, no doubt, definitely connect with Jackie. Is there anything else, Jackie, that you want us to know?
No, I think that's basically it. I'm just really excited for, when we're ready. And, we are going to be, another thing, like, we are going to be doing a crowdfunding campaign coming up. So in the next couple of months, we'll be launching that. So if people just want to, get onto a waiting list to say, please let us know when we're launching, and they can pre-buy Genie in a Headset, then yes, absolutely get hold of us, because we would love some, testers and users and that, and we'd love all the feedback in the world. So yeah, absolutely.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. That's really great to know. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. So you think, within the next year, we should be seeing it come out?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Within the next 6 months, cross fingers, all going well.
Yes. Yes. Good. Very exciting. Well, Jackie, thank you so much I know there's so
Thanks,
much
Gina.
more to your story and just how you rose above. You believed in yourself. I'm sure you had the breath of your mom shining through you, you know, the light of your mom shining through you. And she was like, you go be that unicorn, honey. I know you are. I know you are. And I'm just super excited to know you and to continue to follow Jeannie in a headset as it evolves and changes the world. So
Thank
thank
you,
you so
Gina.
much
Thank
for
you
being
for
here.
having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thanks everyone for watching. And please share this. Please share this. Please share this. This is important for the future for people to have a mental wellness and healing. And I appreciate it again. Bye, everybody. Bye, Jackie.
Bye.